Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohammed Eman and I work for a private. Uh, as you said that we don't know where our money has been used by bankers. So will it be a sin on us or haram that the money has been, or what can we do to avoid all these things?
Brother has asked a very important question, and mashallah, very important in the sense that it will open doors for a lot of us to ponder upon. Brother has said that if the money that is deposited in the bank, we are unaware where the money is being used, so will it be a sin upon us? Brother, according to a popular saying of Ibn Qayyim rahmatullah alayh that is generally quoted by a lot of scholars, one of the scholars of Madinah Tayyibah, while he was giving a talk, he said that Ibn Qayyim rahmatullah alayh, in one of his opinions, he said, and who is this Ibn Qayyim? Ibn Qayyim is not a normal scholar. He is highly revered by all the Sunni Muslims, whether they are Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali, Ahle Hadith, Salafi, Tablighi Jamaat, Jamaat-e-Islami, Barelvi, Deobandi, whoever they are. Ibn Qayyim is highly renowned scholar for all the Sunni Muslims, and is a student of Ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullah alayh, and is a contemporary of Ibn Kasir, Ibn Asir, and Ibn Hajar others. Ibn Qayyim rahmatullah alayh, he said that if the Muslims live in any country where Islamic Sharia is not the law of the land, if the Muslims are living in any country, whether they are living in a majority non-Muslim country or a majority Muslim country, that is not the issue. The issue is, if Muslims live in any place where law of the land is not Islamic Sharia, and throughout their life they earn through halal source, but they never work to promote the Islamic Sharia to become the law of the land, on day of judgment, that itself will be enough for Allah to consider all their earning as haram. That is enough for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because you deviated from the main purpose. The main purpose of the Muslim is to promote Islamic Sharia. So how can you be satisfied living in a place where Allah's command is not the rule of the place? That means you deviated away from the very fundamental perspective of living as a Muslim. Every other thing Allah will say, no, this is all haram. Because all that you earned through a system that was not my law. And that will inshallah become, he says, may Allah forbid. So it's obligatory that you strive now. Similarly, what will you do now in such a situation? The first and foremost, see, if you go to any bank, these bankers are very smart people. Smart in the evil sense, evil smart. So what they do is, when you want to open an account, they say, you see, please don't open a current account, open a savings account. Why a savings account? So in the savings account, the moment you deposit, your money is used anywhere. In the current account, they have to keep in their own deposits because they are afraid that the account holder can come anytime and ask to return all the amount. So if you go to any bank, opening a current account is charged more. If you open a current account, they take a service charge. Why do they take a service charge? They are using their strong room. They are using their vault stores to store the money, and they are looking behind it. Why? The account holder can come any day to ask the whole money. Saving account? No, it's not. A time period is given now. So these bank accounts, when you open, try to open current account as a Muslim. Why? It doesn't involve interest in it, inshallah. Second, even after that, it's your primary most duty to strive to talk about interest-free economy, promote interest-free economy, and support any activity through which interest-free economy can be established. Because interest-free economy not only benefits Muslims, it benefits the non-Muslims. When Umar bin Abdul Aziz, he was also a Muslim ruler, and he is the one who conquered Spain. When Umar bin Abdul Aziz was ruling, the zakat amount was 100% saved because no Muslim was there to receive the zakat amount. What do you mean no Muslim was there? Meaning Muslims were there, but their standard of living was above the eligibility of taking the zakat. So he introduced new concepts in Islamic banking, from which he benefited the Jews and the Christians in his place, and they admired him. And this is stated in a book written by an American professor. He's a professor of international politics, and he is from the Georgetown University of America. The name of the book is The Islamic Threat, Myth or Reality. In this book he says that the Jews and Christians were economically and for their personal lives security and the security of their property well living with the Muslims as their rulers. than they ever lived before. So if Islamic economy is there, everyone is happy now. What can we do? Start working to promote Islamic banking. See, economics has never been my subject. It was only in school when I was doing my ICSE syllabus. I studied economics as a subject. After that, it was never my subject. Why did I study this? Allah gave the barakat to understand Islamic concept now, mashallah. You see, Dawah opened the door for me to study all these things. See, maybe technically I don't become a professor for every subject. I don't need to explain what are central banks and their activities and their fundamental duties and their fundamental responsibilities. How do they achieve a license? What do they do with the government? That is not my subject. On a broader sense, I am bringing awareness to the masses, Muslim and non-Muslim masses, how these banking concepts based on interest are fooling us, and by after fooling us, they are even taxing us, and for getting fooled, we are paying the taxes. So this start bringing the awareness that Islamic banking can do good to both Muslims and the non-Muslims, inshallah. I hope I answered your question.